My name is Fabiola. Today I have with me Brittany, who has an amazing story about her health journey. And I was so happy when she agreed to do this interview so that we can record it and hopefully inspire others who may be going through similar situations. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm in early 30s. I'm 34 now. I was 33 when I started. I just felt like there's no way that my health could be as good as it could be. I was feeling so bad most of the time, but nothing specific. And all of my blood tests with doctors had come out just fine. On paper, I looked great, but I just didn't feel well. And right away, I set up my appointment. I was like, this feels like the right move. This feels like it's for me. And I came in with a laundry list of issues and symptoms and just things that didn't feel right. And since then, it's been 4 months and it's not been easy. But a majority of the symptoms and things that I came in with, I don't really have anymore, or they have significantly improved.
That's awesome. And so, what are some of the symptoms that you were experiencing?
I'm glad I pulled out my notes before I came on with you. So, like, stomach discomfort is still there a little bit, but has improved so much. I got regular canker sores, and I'll still get them once in a while, but they're much smaller and they heal much more quickly now. Ovarian syndrome, and the symptoms from that have improved. I was pretty severely hypoglycemic. Like, I always had to have snacks on hand or worry about if I was going to make plans, whether I was going to be able to have access to food and protein and things that so I wouldn't crash out. Brain fog, which out on that one because we're battling parasites right now, but so I don't feel great all the time, but it's getting better. A recurrent like root canal infection. So I've been educated from Fabs about that and she's been helping me with the symptoms of that and helping it feel much better, but also guiding me for how to move forward with that situation. Just random kidney pains that shouldn't be there, feeling dehydrated all the time despite drinking more water than anybody I know. Joint pain, allergies, all season allergies. There's just such a laundry list of things that I was experiencing.
You've worked really hard to get to where you are, and like you said, it's not been a point A to point B journey. If anything, we've gone A, V, back to B, Z, like all the alphabet in between. But one of the things that we do tell clients as they're embarking themselves on this health journey is that following our recommendations as closely as possible, right? And we're not expecting anyone to be perfect, right? Because I think perfection is obviously is going to be different from for everyone, and not everybody's where my expectations about myself are not necessarily someone else's expectations about themselves. We definitely work with clients that way. But two, staying with the program long enough to achieve maximum correction of the underlying cause of symptoms. And that's where most of us, right, we want to just the easy, quick fix because we've been feeling unwell for so long. I have seen so many other practitioners, and to yet again to be told you got to be with this long enough to really get there, sometimes it can be a little challenging. But the fact that you've stuck with it and that you've not only have done what you have been asked to as far as supplements and your homework and shifts in lifestyle and stuff, the education, right, aspect of things. So can you tell me a little bit about that specific that's that part of your journey, as far as, yes, sometimes things not been easier, but how have you been able to cope with that?
Some days I don't know. I don't know every other client, but I know that my case has been a little bit severe as far as the health crises but that just comes with a lifetime of eating poorly and being exposed to um, environmental toxins. Now is the time to clear out all that damage. So it's been tough. Honestly, it's just been allowing myself the rest because the body is just doing so much and taking on so much and trying to heal through just layers and layers of junk that you just need so much rest.
True. Yeah, that's true. And one of the biggest things that I think we've seen together is the hypoglycemia. Sometimes we have some of these conditions, whatever it is that we're going through, that we plan our life around it, like you said. And how many of these health conditions sometimes stops us from either going out or if we do go out enjoying that night out or vacation or just life in general. But I think that
Hmm.
one of the biggest shifts was the fact that we have been able to normalize blood sugar to the point where, yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah, the hypoglycemia is so much better. I will still have an episode here and there, but it's more because I feel I'm able to fast for so much longer, like having an earlier dinner at night. At least I try to on most nights, to not having my first meal in the day, the next day, until between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., maybe even 2 p.m. And I feel okay. And those are the points where I start to get a little shaky, but it's not like a crash out episode like I used to have on a regular basis. I just feel more balanced and normalized.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is definitely awesome. There's always a root cause. Don't let the symptoms just be like, oh, that's just I'm destined to feel that way, or don't blame it on genetics, right? Let's really dig deep down and see what is behind that. And our journey, what you and I are working on, right? It's literally with we had to get there, right? We had to prep your body to get to the point where it was ready to really address some of the major cleanup that we've been doing over the last few months. And like you said, it's not been easy, but at the end, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. So finding those answers. So I just wanted to say a little bit more about that. Anything else you wanted to say about your wins and your accomplishment?
Finally feels like I have true support. And I'll get emotional here, but I think I started out when I was pretty young with pretty rough symptoms, and it's just never been resolved. And doctor after doctor, different specialists and everything, and never finding the answers, and nobody really even seeming like they cared to hear or understand I wasn't okay. So to be in this program and really feel like I have support throughout has been a huge help and made a huge difference in my life.
Oh, that's so awesome. And I am so honored to be a part of that support system. So I'm very happy to hear that you feel well supported. I'm very honored to be a part of your health journey. And I really want to thank you for spending some time here and sharing your story. And hopefully, this inspires others to come in to check us out, to give themselves a chance if they felt that no one else has been able to help them. Because one thing I do tell clients, it's not in your head. If you're feeling this way, it's not in your head. So yeah, so thank you so much, Brittany. And was there anything else you wanted to say before we end off?
No, I think that's it. Just a big thank you to you for supporting me through this.
Yeah, my pleasure.